thought this was where that guy was. Behind that level fucking... a level 5 door. Oh shit. This is a level bloody 5 as well, isn't it?
Access granted.
Oh, hello. Drink. Let me just do this. Get irritated when it says no. So this is due to the recent malfunction of your office door. We have installed a new one. Security code, office communication security code. Whose room is this? Scope assembly for a rocket launcher. There you go. That's another one. I thought there was only 3, but maybe not. I assumed that there was. I think you can go J White. You can go into like Burke's room and stuff. In fact, you have to later on. I'm sure you do. This is not going to end well. Which way? This way and this way. It's not helpful that my mouse keeps glitching away. Oh, this is going swimmingly. Oh, nice. Oops. No. Oh, you I just wasted both my stops because my stupid mouse won't move. Don't play video games on a fucking sofa. It's bad for you. Oh, where's this going to take me? I really don't trust cameras not to see you through vents. Sometimes it's I think this is Burke's office. Army operations. Maybe. Oh no. You have to come into his office eventually. I assumed that was it, but... It's crazy how just having a bit into...
Access granted.
Into like the ghosty... what's it called? Into hacking stealth. Reduces... Like, it just makes hacking just stupidly easy. I think that's the door I just went into. Yeah. I went all the way around. I want to get where that camera's pointing. I am a curious person. Curiosity normally gets you killed. Oh, fuck this. I'll bolt through for that. Stupid thing to... I can't see. Whoop. There we go. Oh, I thought that opens. It might, actually. It looks... What the... What? Well, detention, it says that way. Well, I'm not going that way then. It's like I'm just heading up here. It's really deceptive how wide the camera's viewpoint is. I mean, I don't physically know unless you you just have to go by the two yeah, the two green lines, and it's not exactly the most... It's not the most helpful, is it? So where's this taking me? Down? What the fuck is it? I don't know where this is. I really should stop just wandering off. It's I'm getting super confused. In fact, this might be yeah. Yeah, this is the guy who sells all your shit. Quinn's. Is it Quinn's or Q or something? I can't remember his name. Yeah, that's what the lift takes you down here. This is your shop, basically. Just to make sure I've not missed any of the practice kits. The next one should be in something called the administration room or something. Yeah, I'm not as knowledgeable in the DLC that I am in the main game. Especially when it comes to practice kits and where they are. Oh, that's where the toilets were. We can go behind the... Yeah, you can go behind the stairs. I thought you could. Oh. What's this talking about? No codes? Right then. Useless. Yeah, the only reason to look at computers for me personally is just to get the access codes. You know, whether I use them or not is another thing. Oh, it's just behind the toilet. Okay, that's that makes sense, I guess. There's detention. Behind the turret. So I'm gonna have to go behind the turret. Yeah, that's where I just was, and I went that way. Okay. Basically, I've done all I can at the moment. Can I just turn this off by... Yeah. Alright.
That's far enough, Jensen.
You
Smooth.
behind this?
I said that's far enough. I can explain everything if you just stay where you are.
Ooh. Last time we talked, you used me as a punching bag. Now you want a conversation? Obviously, she's undercover, you dumbass. Refuse? No, I'm going to negotiate.
Why don't you put the gun down? Then maybe we can talk.
You think I'm stupid? You've got every reason in the world to hate me. And
Not
I've
really.
heard what you do to your enemies. Tell me, did you enjoy putting so many BT contractors into comas?
You're the one who let me off the leash.
It wasn't my choice. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to get us both killed before this is over. But if we'd left you in that brig, who'd be around to save your Dr. Reed?
What do you know about Megan?
I know the name set off way too many bells and whistles when I added it to Burke's profile search on you. But it helped me to figure out who you are and why you stowed away on the ship. You think Belltower kidnapped her, don't you?
You want to tell me you didn't?
I wish I could. But after what I've seen this past year, all I know for certain is she's not on the base. Not anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
Not what you're thinking. Listen, Rifleman Bank Station supports all Belltower operations in this region, Jensen. Regular contract and special op. 6 months ago, I received orders to pull every regular grade soldier and civilian contractor away from the airstrip. 2 Black Hawk helicopters set down minutes later. I thought it had to do with Australia, especially when I saw covered stretchers coming out.
How many?
5. Guarded by a heavily augmented special ops team. Burke went out to meet the leader and the whole group disappeared inside the detention camp. There's some kind of black project going on in there, Jensen. Something involving prisoners and scientists. And I need you to find out what it is.
Yeah, why me?
Why me, Keitner? That is your name, isn't it? The one Burke used back on the ship?
Natanya Keitner, yes. And it has to be you, because any movements I make are noted and logged. I can't risk blowing cover.
Cover? Who are you working for?
A few months ago, an Interpol agent approached me. They've had Belltower on their radar for some time, but they've never been able to prove anything. The things that agent pointed out about this base, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So you see, Jensen, I really am playing the good cop and the bad cop.
It's weird though. If Interpol has so much information about this base, why haven't they used that as evidence? I don't get it. Unless it's just speculation.
Tell me more about these scientists.
Technically, I'm in charge of operations here, so I keep tabs on people coming in and out. Burke keeps meeting with doctors and researchers, telling me it's part of his interrogation technique.
You got any names?
None that I trust, unless the Doe family suddenly expanded into Australia and Asia. Thing is, I don't always see how they leave.
Yet you're sure that Megan did.
The Blackhawks did. Without the stretchers, but loaded with 5 stasis pods this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna need more information than that. Tell me about this Black Project.
I wish I could, but it's been classified. So classified every BT suit I've talked to refuses to even acknowledge its existence.
But you've seen something.
Only the edges. This station is part base, part military stockade, and every week a new shipment of belligerents arrives. Only, Interpol says they're not on anyone's terrorist watch list. Most are just civs. Harmless civs. Burke takes them into a restricted wing of the detention camp, and they just disappear.
Why isn't anyone stopping him? If Interpol knows that they're taking civilians against our, against the will, surely that's kidnapping. Surely that's enough to, put your foot up somebody's ass to continue an investigation. But who the fuck? I don't know. I'm not a cop. What the fuck do I know?
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Hold still for a second.
What the?
Relax. I'm just compiling your biometric signature. Retinal scan, pulmonary and vascular imaging, the works. Once I upload it to the network and give Corporal Alan Tyler a security rating, you'll be able to pass through specific checkpoints in this sector.
Only this sector, why not others?
Because you're a fugitive, Jensen. The less room I give you to maneuver in, the more likely it is you'll stay one. I can get you into the detention camp, but the interrogation wing is going to be a problem. Only Burke can give clearances for that.
And I assume you don't want me to go ask for one.
Still the comedian. There's a security mainframe inside the detention camp's central command tower. You'll need to upload this copy of your biometrics there by hand. Contact me using your Infolink once you do. Any more questions?
I'd like a little clarification here about you and Burke. I take it he outranks you.
Technically, yes. But this station is only part military stockade. And while he and his unit have 100% control over the detention camp, I have authority over the base.
So I don't need to worry that this is all just some creative attempt at mutiny.
Mutiny? You think I'd risk so much because... Listen close, Jensen. Burke is a sexist, chauvinist pig. And yes, he outranks me. He's also been in Bell Tower a lot longer than me, so he's got more connections. Which he's used to undermine me at every turn. But that is not why you and I are standing here right now. People are getting hurt. Innocent people. And we have to find out why and expose it.
Exposure could destroy Bell Tower.
Bell Tower used to have honor. We do this right, it might again someday.
I could use some more hardware. Any chance Corporal Tyler will have access to the armory?
You're still a fugitive, Jensen. I suggest you keep a very low profile. Still, there is someone who might be able to supply you. One of the base mechanics, a civilian named Quinn. He runs a nice sideline in procurement.
I know the type. Why should I trust him?
Because I do, and because he has no love for Burke. He's in the lower level maintenance area near the elevator. He'll get you what you need.
He's the shop guy we just went to earlier.
The guards in the prison complex. Are they Burke's men or yours?
Definitely Burke's. Highly trained special operatives. So if you start a fight,
Highly trained.
don't expect to live long.
I'll keep that in mind.
I've already knocked everyone out. Okay.
That's all I need to know.
Good. I'll upload to the security network from here, so get going. Alan Tyler will exist by the time you reach the prison security port. Just be careful, and try not to draw too much attention.
I'm like a fucking ghost, lady. I mean... Let's change off the... I still... Did I get any points for that? I fucking didn't. Right. I was going to talk to Quinn because he may have some goodies for me. Just make sure that I'm gonna have to buy the turret upgrade next, aren't I? Because I need to be able to turn off these big giant bastards. Down here. It's not, but it's, yeah, it's safe around here. There's no people. That's good. It's a pain in the ass to keep coming to Bert, but it's nice that there's an actual shop that is in the vicinity. Otherwise, you'd just be, your pockets would just be rammed. And here he is.
Are you Quinn?
Yeah, that's me. Jensen, is it? You weren't followed, were you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I can believe that. They're having a hell of a time keeping up with you.
Yeah, I like to play it by ear. Whatever works, works.
Practical man, aye. Just keep doing whatever you're doing. Maybe you won't bring the base down around my ears.
Look, Keitner said you can help me. Can you?
Yeah, she told me to be expecting you. I'm just glad you came as soon as you did instead of going off on your own. There's enough kegs of powder lying around here already without throwing another loose cannon in the mix. You know how much we're risking to keep you off the radar? We've only got so much pull around here. It's Burke's show, and he'll do as he bloody well pleases, which means stamping out any rats the moment he gets wind of them.
I'm grateful, but can we get on with it? I understand you run a nice little sideline in procurement.
Aye. From time to time you might say being inclined to do a little, how should we call it? Bartering. On the side. Since the commander signed off on it, I suppose I could open my stock to you. For a price, that is.
You mean I have to pay?
What? Of course you have to bloody well pay. I ain't exactly a fucking armory quartermaster down here. I'm just a civvy contractor trying to make ends meet. This ain't a bleeding charity.
Considering the circumstances.
Circumstances? What, that you're a fugitive and I'm risking my neck just talking to you? What are you trying to pull here? Although, I don't suppose you had anything to do with the stasis pod that was saved back in the ship.
How do you know about that?
Ah, so it was you, eh? Well, let's just say I have my sources and your little random act of kindness didn't go unnoticed. Tell you what, I'll give you a discount on me wares. Just no freebies or handouts. But now that I think of it, if you're looking for a little something for nothing and don't mind a little legwork, I've got an errand that could use running. Consider it a special offer of sorts. Interested?
All right, tell me about this special offer.
Look, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but this base is packing some serious heat. Especially in the form of those walking brick shithouse boxcars. If you get me a few odds and ends, I might be able to whip up a little something to make getting around easier, if you catch my meaning.
What kind of something are we talking about here?
Nothing fancy. Just a 329 series MPRS.
A rocket launcher?
That's right, mate. And custom built. By yours truly, of course. You see, while I might be able to get my fingers on some low-level arms, I'm a little restricted when it comes to military-grade bells and whistles. And I'm itching to try out a new trigger propulsion mix. Maybe even recalibrate the guidance system for some extra punch.
I like the sound of this.
Fucking right, you like the sound of this? It's the bollocks. Look, all you gotta do is find me some components.
Realised that this spot bollocked wrong.
An earlier boat had a shipment of 329s, but I wasn't able to poach any of them before they made it to the armory. Luckily, little Sparrow in my employ managed to lose one through maintenance circulation, but he got himself shit canned before I could collect. Now my little bute's lying around the base somewhere in bloody pieces. The launcher, I mean, not the wee man. Though, I've no idea what really happened to him.
Right, so, long story short, you need me to find the parts and bring them back to you.
Yeah, that about sums it up, I'd say. Just find me the trigger module, scope assembly, and launch a barrel, and we're in business. I can scrape up the rest from leftovers here in the shop.
I think I already found some of the components. Are these them?
Aye. Let me see what you got there. Fucking deadly. That's all of them. Give me a sec with me tools, I'll get them
That was easy.
proper.
Never going to use it, so it's a waste of time doing really, but meh.
Right then.
See?
That'll do you. Anything else I could be helping you with then?
What exactly do you do here, Quinn?
In a more civilized world, you might say I pass for the base's lead maintenance engineer. But if you look at it from Beltar's point of view, I might as well just be a glorified janitor. Pays good though, so, you know, not complaining.
If the pay is good, why the underground market?
Well, why not? You see, civilian contractors operate under different jurisdiction when it comes to bringing outside goods into the base. So while the rank and file grunts can only order and receive essentials, toothpaste and the like, I, being the entrepreneurial chap that I am, offer them a more robust catalogue of goods and services. You know the sort. Smokes, beverages, and gentleman's literature.
How does this involve
Good old
weapons?
porn.
Now let me finish. As an enterprising fellow, I require an exchange of valuables for these slightly less than essential supplies, and often receive some very non-civilian contractor-regulated equipment in exchange, if you catch my drift. Now, normally, I launder my stock through a contact on the mainland, but a deal in Shanghai recently fell through, so lucky for you, I've got some excess inventory to move. Consider this whole arrangement a matter of fortunate timing.
And Keitner is okay with all of this?
Not exactly. You see, some time ago, the commander got wind of my little operation down here. But before she could throw me in the brig, I offered her something I knew she couldn't refuse. Information. I ain't bragging, but I've managed to build myself quite a little network of sparrows and gophers. I'd known for a while that she'd been at odds with that prick Burke. In the end, we reached a rather simple mutual agreement. I keep her in the loop, and she keeps my neck out of the noose, so to speak.
Tell me about the commander, Keitner.
Lieutenant Commander, officially. But the grunts don't pay no mind to that. She's the commander as far as they're concerned. It's the Reds who stick to the formalities, you see. Because they're Burke's boys. The spooks. Special operations. You might say there's a bit of a division of loyalty among the troops.
Between Keitner's men and Burke's?
Aye. Since time immortal, there's always been a rivalry of sorts between grunts and spooks. I always assumed it came down to ego. But it's different here. Probably because Burke's different.
What do you mean?
Well, for a start, the man might be a righteous prick, but he's got the respect of his men. And the higher-ups think he's a visionary based on some fancy tech he drummed up a few years back. In other words, the man's got a lot of influence and a lot of power, and, well, I don't think that old proverb needs repeating here. Buy something or bugger off.
Wow. Alright, mate. Calm down. So much ammo. Gonna just resell this to the people I've knocked out, which is quite funny. So you can't... He doesn't sell any of the automatic hacking tools. That's pretty lame. Means that I got nothing to buy. Oh no. Does he? No. Ooh, get a discount, don't I? Because I saved that woman. Oh, he only has one. That's shitty. Yeah, he doesn't have any automatic hacking tools. That's bums. So saving that woman at the start, or that pod, give you a discount, but he doesn't really sell anything.
Refunds.
And what he gave me, a rocket launcher, is absolutely fucking pointless. I'll never use it. So I'm just gonna resell it him. You can have it back. Where is it? Weapons. There we go. Thanks, Quinn. You can get in there later because there's a practice kit behind him. But yeah, not now. Later on. What's... Yeah.